in life, if you do not challenge yourself, it's not something which you're doing, right? So you need to ace up, or you need to put the ante up about what you're doing currently.
Yeah.
That's when I chose to start doing Ironman. My dad told me that, look, we understand how much you study and we know what college life is.
Yeah.
Better start taking some experience in office.
You must have been, what, 16, 17?
I was about 17, 18. I had to construct 21 story towers and the timeline was 18 months.
Okay.
And I had no idea whether I can finish or not finish. We took this up as a challenge, and I was fortunate enough to finish that in 17 months.
The Ajmera Group is a family business and has been for generations now. So what's it like? The dynamics at office versus at home?
Well, it's really, really fun, to be honest. So we are 16 of us, we are working together.
Yeah.
All 16 cannot think the same way, right? So everyone will give their views, thoughts and ideas.
There are two kinds of men in this world. First, the high-flying thinkers, the guys with endless whiteboard scribbles and ideas that are more dream than reality. Fantastic at daydreaming, not actually finishing stuff. Then you have the finishers, the doers. The rare breeds who see a mountain and say, why not climb too? That's Dhaval Ajmera, real estate maverick, triathlete, family guy, and walking proof that action always beats intention. Dhaval completed 2 half Ironman triathlons back to back in under a year because apparently one just wasn't enough. Also, the man who helped reshape the skylines of Mumbai, Bengaluru, Pune, Surat, even London and Bahrain. Some guys build sand castles, Dhaval builds skyscrapers. Today on Rolling With The Boss, Dhaval joins me in the backseat because there's more chance of me running a marathon on Mars than running 21 kilometers, cycling 56 kilometers, and then swimming for 2 more kilometers in the open ocean. All before breakfast. Time to find out how he does it all without breaking a sweat.
Rajnigandha presents Rolling With The Boss Season 2. Luxury partner Lexus.
यूं ही नहीं ताज बन जाता है। शिल्पकारों का हुनर और चुनिंदा संगमरमर ताज को नायाब बनाते हैं। कुछ ऐसे ही चुनिंदा जगहों से बस खास ही चुनकर लाता हूँ। कतरे कतरे को मैं हीरे सा परखता हूँ। यूं ही नहीं मैं रजनीगंधा बन जाता हूँ।
ये यूटर्न नहीं है यहाँ पे। हाँ,
See.
हाँ।
When a Delhi guy arrives in Bombay, something's gonna happen. I'm just waiting so that we can get. It starts moving.
The wheel will take?
No, don't. Wait. Let it turn green. Let it turn green. You know, when I was reading up on you and, talking to some of the people who know you and know about the group, one thing which stood out, there's so many things and we'll talk about all of them one after another, is of course your fascination with, fitness and, the number of miles you have run, the kilometers you have swam for, and the bicycling that you do and so on and so forth. So where does that come from?
Well, it's a very funny thing that I actually was probably up until when I was about 27, 28. I was the most laziest person ever.
Okay.
And my family, my wife used to push me to go and do something. And I was never ever doing anything. And I don't know, one fine day probably just stuck me to start running. Thanks to one of our partners. He was into marathon running and stuff like that. So I said, let me give it a shot. Slowly, steadily, I started enjoying that thing. In all of these, fitness regime, I personally believe that unless this is not your, liking or passion, you will never enjoy that particular regime, right? You may just do it for the heck of it, but if you make this as your something which is like a stress buster, it actually changes a lot of things. So running actually became like my stress buster. We are into real estate business. For us, there are new regulations, new problems coming every day.
Right.
And there are two ways to handle it. Either you deal with it and move on and start working towards it, or you take a stress and then just be
be bogged down.
Yeah, be bogged down. So I chose the earlier one.
Yeah.
And I personally believe that when I was running, I could see a lot of I could give myself a time to think. I could give myself time to resonate what I really want to do. How do I want to take up this strategy? I could strategize myself about a lot of our projects, about a lot of things within our work. So for me, running became like a tool to actually help. How can I grow in life? So
almost meditative.
Yeah,
you say that?
It's completely meditating, and it was so good. So I actually started enjoying, and then slowly this kind of became as an habit.
Yeah.
And then I thought that in life, if you do not challenge yourself, it's not something which you're doing, right? So you need to ace up, or you need to put the ante up about what you're doing currently.
Yeah.
That's when I chose to start doing Ironman. So Ironman's like a triathlon.
140 miles of running, swimming, and
so that's the full Ironman.
Yeah.
So I chose the step below, half one, which is 70.3.
Yeah.
It's about 100
miles, not kilometers.
No, miles. So that's about 113 kilometers.
Yeah.
And so it's about 1.9 kilometers of swimming. It's either in the sea or lake. Then you have 90 kilometers of cycling, and you have 21 kilometers of running. So you do all of these back to back.
Right.
So
the last one that you finished was in Barcelona.
So the first one was in Barcelona.
Okay.
The second one was in Austria.
Okay.
So I did about 2 Ironmans in a span of about 11 months. So which was something I wanted to challenge, and then obviously I had my friends along with me who were also very much into all of this. So we had a great company, and it was a great start. And I personally believe that changed a lot in my life, in terms of my fitness, in terms of my discipline, in terms of my passion. I think it just changes your thinking and aspect in a very
what kind of preparation goes into it? Because 113 kilometers of anything, even sitting in a car driving for 113 kilometers could be stressful, and it could start taking a toll on your body, right? But running, swimming, and cycling 113 kilometers, takes a whole lot of effort. So what goes into the preparation?
Well, honestly, the first time when I did, it took a lot. Obviously there was an anxiety, because I honestly didn't know swimming much. I just knew basic swimming, but I didn't know.
So you learned swimming? You did not know how to swim?
I knew swimming, but I did not know professional swimming. I did not know timing swimming and all of that. So which I learned.
Okay.
Cycling, I had cycled just when I was a kid, and probably sat on a cycle probably after 30 years. So that was the time I thought about how and what to do. Running, I knew what I was doing.
How old were you when you did your first half triathlon?
43. Yeah. So that's when I started. And then obviously I had different coaches. I had a triathlon coach. I had who was also my swimming coach.
Okay.
Then I had my gym, like a strength trainer. I had a physio. So and I had a nutritionist. So you have to have the entire package together,
right,
for you to actually work out. And there is a proper regime which you need to definitely follow. You start prioritizing things about what you now need to do, what you need to. Okay, I have to cut down on my social life. I have to cut down somewhere here, there. Obviously, business is something which you cannot cut down, and I didn't want to do that, because business is something which we do it for our. For everyone in the family, but this is my own passion, so I can't, discount anything on the business, but I can definitely discount something on the social life, and stuff like that. So that's how I balanced myself. It took me about 5-6 months to practice. It was about every day on an average 1.5 hours of training.
Okay.
And on the weekends about 3 to 4 hours of training. So that's how you work on.
यूं ही नहीं ताज बन जाता है, शिल्पकारों का हुनर और चुनिंदा संगमरमर ताज को नायाब बनाते हैं। कुछ ऐसे ही चुनिंदा जगहों से बस खास ही चुनकर लाता हूँ। कतरे कतरे को मैं हीरे सा परखता हूँ। यूं ही नहीं मैं रजनी गंधा बन जाता हूँ.
So for somebody who say was where you were, at 27, how does somebody, break that pattern of being lazy, not doing any physical activity? I mean, of course, not everybody wants to be a triathlete and probably doesn't even need to, but for the sake of fitness, what do they need to do? How do they get started?
Well, honestly, it's all baby steps. So you start working on. So it's firstly, it's your mind. There is something which it strikes in your mind that you need to start picking up your health and probably look around, because probably by then I realized that okay, I may have everything in life, but if my health is not supporting me, I don't think I'll be able to work the way I want to. And somehow I was quite passionate about working, and I thought that if I need to push myself hard towards what I want to do, I need my own health and support system to support me, right? And so that's where I looked into it, and then I thought that let's start working towards this.
Yeah.
And somehow running culture was picking up in Mumbai, thanks to the Mumbai marathons, which had just started at that point in time.
Next month, we have a marathon coming up in Delhi.
Yeah.
That would do that. And now I'm worried because I haven't in some time. So I'm like, would I be able to do it?
No, it's okay. You don't need to look at... See, the problem, the thing with long distance running is only one.
Yeah.
That you need to have patience.
Yeah.
And think about the distance and don't think about the time. The moment you start thinking about time, that's when your mind starts wavering around, and then suddenly you will have pressure in your mind to push, and then some injury will come in, and then you will go on. I mean, in the entire scheme of things is to keep yourself calm. Focus on the distance to continue to run. Endurance is what you need to develop.
Right.
And it's something which you'll be able to...
And that can only come with time.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. So at the end of that triathlon, the first time when you finished it, which was in Barcelona, how did that feel?
It was something which was... I was very, very frankly, I had a lot of anxiety towards the end, like just towards the maybe last 1 month before the event. My anxiety started taking in. But that moment when it was, I remember... I finished and my entire anxiety was my swim. And you have to finish in a particular time. So like you have to finish this 1.9 in 1 hour, 10 minutes.
And was this in an open sea?
It was in an open sea.
Yeah.
So, and Mumbai, you cannot take a chance of swimming in the sea over here.
Of course.
So that was something which I had very less practice. I just done once or 3-4 days I had gone for some sea swimming practice. And then when I went there, fortunately the sea was calm, but there were a lot of internal waves and the currents which were actually pulling you aside. I was trying to swim this way and I was going that way, way. So I was looking at the time in my watch, and somewhere I thought that this I'll not be able to do.
Right.
And I'll probably be off the cutoff time. And then that's when it struck my mind that this is what I have practiced for the last 6 months, and I cannot let it go for the last 5 minutes. So I gave it all shot, and I ran, and I finished my swimming in 1 hour 6 minutes.
Okay.
1 hour 5
and the
minutes.
cutoff is?
1 hour 10.
1 hour 10, okay.
So
just
like 5 minutes before, that's something which that was like there. So once I finished that, in my mind, 90% of my anxiety was done. That I'm half...
a burst of oxytocin.
Yeah.
And you were like,
I'm almost there.
Yeah.
Cycling was okay. Running was also fine. And that last... When I was in the last kilometer of running, okay, now I have 1 kilometer to go, and I'll be the Ironman.
So it starts with swimming, then cycling, and then
running.
Okay.
So and it took me about 7 hours 56 minutes. So towards 7.5 hours or something like that, that's when it actually struck me that I've actually done this. There was the sense of accomplishment, the sense of achieving something. Probably was the biggest happiness I could feel myself at that point in time. I forget about whatever training I did or whatever, but that moment gave me a lot of self-happiness, and I can still feel that goosebumps. I remember that route and the path where I was actually going to finish last 1 kilometer, and that's when I mean it gives you a different high.
Yeah. I mean, would you like to compare that high in any way with, perhaps the first time you completed a project?
So yes, it was, when we look towards work, what we see is that
Which was your first project?
So I started working on my projects just after, obviously when I was in college. Post my college, I used to go to my sites to
This
understand.
was in UK when you were doing your MBA?
No,
After
before that.
Before that, okay.
So when I was actually doing my BCom over here,
Right.
and after my 12th, my dad told me that, look, we understand how much you study, and we know how much what college life is.
Yeah.
Better start taking some experience in office and be at site to understand what it is and all of that.
You must have been, 16, 17?
I was about 17, 18.
Yeah.
So that's when I started going to sites, and I honestly started enjoying. It was probably first I thought I'll not enjoy, but I actually started enjoying what columns are, what beams are, how slabs are done, how brickwork is done. It was something very, very fascinating for me.
Yeah.
And I used to look forward more than my college to go to my site, right?
Right.
So that's something which actually really helped. And my father was also कि बेटा भटक नहीं जा रहा है, काम पे आ रहा है ऐसे करके. So that was something which I really enjoyed. And after my graduation, I was given the responsibility of, obviously under one of my cousin together, but like one first project I still remember it was 2001. Yeah, 2001 I was doing my first independent project where I was responsible to ensure the entire construction of a 21-story tower. That's about 24 years ago.
Right.
Done and started from base till I had to construct 21-story towers, and the timeline was 18 months.
Okay.
And I had no idea whether I can finish or not finish, because I had obviously I knew about it, but whether can it be done or no, at least with looking at the engineers and everyone talking together, they all felt it's very challenging, because obviously there was no technology at that point.
This was in Mumbai?
It's in Mumbai.
Okay.
It was in Borivali.
Okay.
So we obviously my father, my uncle, they threw up that we need you to manage this, finish construction, 18 months this building should be over.
Right.
Because there was some scheme of the government which we had unveiled, and we had to finish that in a particular period.
Okay.
So...
and you were around 21 years old?
Yeah, I was 21 years old. And then I said, okay, obviously there were engineers around, there were team around, my cousin was also there to guide me. And we took this up as a challenge, and I was fortunate enough to finish that in 17 months.
And what was it like to sort of, work with cousins? Your father was, of course, there, uncles, because, of course, the Ajmera Group is a family business and has been for generations now. So what's it like, the dynamics at office versus at home?
Well, it's really, really fun, to be honest, because, we are a 55-year-old company.
Yeah.
We are 3 generations of people working together. So you have the firepower of the young guns, you have the experience of the first generation, and I'm like a cusp. I'm the youngest of the second generation.
Right.
So I'm between the young blood and the experienced guys to match them. So we are 16 of us, we are working together.
Yeah.
All 16 cannot think the same way, right? So everyone will give their views, thoughts and ideas. Eventually we have a healthy discussion, and then as a company, we've been always clear that the head of the family, that is the chairman and the managing director, that's their call is the final call. So we put up our views and thoughts, and then eventually what they decide and they feel, okay, this is the way we need to go. That's how then we all passionately jump into it to ensure that we go that way. So it's been a great learning experience, because you get experience, you get passion, and you get work ethics all together, blend in together. So I feel working in a joint family, working in a family business gives you a lot of added advantages in terms of experience, in terms of values, in terms of ethics, which probably when you are doing it alone or probably all by yourself, then you may sway away. It's not that everyone would do it, but it's okay, fine. You may have some kind of thoughts like that, but over here, there is a lot of boundaries which will help you, challenge yourself in that, and you will have to work towards it to ensure you are within that boundary, but you achieve your goal.
Right. Around what age did you get married?
25, 24 and a half, 25.
Right. And there was, arranged marriage, your father?
Love.
Love marriage?
Love,
okay.
yeah.
Tell us about that. How do you meet Mrs. Ajmera?
I met her in Cardiff.
Okay.
We were studying together. I didn't know her before that.
Yeah.
But we met there. Fortunately, she was also from Mumbai. I was from Mumbai. We got to know each other. We started enjoying each other's company. We had the same gang. We were hanging out together. We enjoyed our companies, and then we thought that she's a Guju, I'm a Guju. It's the best way to take these things forward if it is working well.
Yeah.
And obviously, love marriage is a big no in our family at that point in time.
Right.
And obviously, we were a joint family. And the reason was very clear, and we made it that obviously we go ahead with our consent of our parents. Otherwise, we don't go ahead. Mm-hmm. Fortunately, our parents consented, and that's how things happened.
Okay. So at this point in time, which project of the group are you excited about? Is it the Wadala project? What's happening in the world of Mumbai real estate right now?
Well, Mumbai real estate is I would say, trumping and thriving. It is actually, it's one of the best times for real estate in Mumbai today.
Why do you say that?
You see the kind of projects which are coming up, the kind of luxury projects which are coming up. You see the kind of deals which are happening in Mumbai. It clearly shows that two things we as Indians are very passionate about. It's the basic thing. It's a like roti kapda makan. We all Indians are probably it's in all our bloods, subconsciously, consciously, whatever. Apna ghar hona is the most important thing. Even you may agree, you may not agree, but 95 or I would say 99% of Indians will know that I want some bit of real estate in me. If I have grown in life, whether I am probably a sweeper or if I am a CEO of a company, whoever I am, मेरे को मेरा खुद का एक जमीन, मेरा घर, मेरी दुकान, मेरा मकान, I need one small bit, maybe whatever it is. I need a shop, I need a land, I need a house, I need an office, whatever, but I need one small space. Oh, mera hona chahiye. That's the mindset which we come from. Number two, with the kind of population what we have, right, and our Honorable Prime Minister's vision that to have housing for all. The basic necessity as housing for all. It creates itself as kind of demand what it requires to be done. And thirdly, everyone today, with the way the Indian economy is growing, over the last 5-6 years post-COVID, I think India is going through the best times, and it will still continue, in my opinion, for the next 7 to 10 years. And that will actually help not only real estate grow, but every other economic business which is happening is doing well because of self-consumption, because of population, and because of the economic growth. I think this is where the growth of everyone comes. And
given what's happening in the world of tariffs,
absolutely,
domestic consumption will have to be encouraged more and more. What do you think of the latest GST changes?
Oh, it's superb.
Okay.
It is really, really nice. My personal take is it will bring up a lot of liquidity in the market. Today, we are talking about GST collections of about 1,20,000-30,000 crores a month.
Yeah.
And from there, if you are reducing that by 10%, just on an average, if I just put it across with the way things are, we are looking at 10,000 crores coming back in the system, or 12,000 crores coming back in the system every month.
Yeah, that's what Minister Vaishnav said as well. That even if just 10%.
Yeah. So we're looking at 12,000 crores coming in the system every month. That means this money is going to rotate. I'm not an economist, but at least I understand that 1 rupee is actually encouraging you to have 5 to 7 rupees of consumption across, right? Or even more.
Yeah.
So you understand the kind of things which will really roll in.
I don't know how much you use social media, by the way, but every now and then someone will get up and put out a tweet on X or some other social media platform saying, from financial point of view, much better to rent, perhaps not buy, or someone else will say, buy, don't rent. You clearly are of the opinion that people should buy if they can afford to.
100%. There are, you are, if you look, this real estate has to be looked in a long-term vision. You, in Mumbai, okay,
Yeah.
which is the most expensive market today in India, right? Today, real estate volume, if I have to value-wise, all across India, Mumbai contributes to about almost 1/3 of the entire real estate value coming only from Mumbai and MMR.
Right.
So you can understand what.
And the next is Gurgaon, I think.
And next, obviously Gurgaon, NCR is the
NCR.
next one. So when we talk about the real estate, right, the yields, when we say yields, is like the month, like let's say I buy a flat for 1 crore rupees. The rental yield over the year will be about 1.5-2% or maximum 3%. That means you are getting, you are able to, let's say,
Get 3 lakhs
3 lakhs
per year out of the investment of 1 crore.
Investment of 1 crore. But that's not about it. Now you look at the the
Increase in the value of the
in the value of the property. You look at the depreciation which you will be able to avail. If I put all that math together, you will still come to a return of 8 to 9% or more.
So you're saying looking just at the rental yield is perhaps a wrong way to look at this?
100%. So today, if I in the same time when I look at commercial properties, the yields in commercial property are about 8 to 9%.
Okay.
Right. So that means the commercial rental. So if I have investments to make, if I want to just give it as an investment and earn a rental yield, I will get 8%, 7%, 8%, 9% returns even today.
Right.
So that means, and where else will you get these kind of returns, right?
Yeah.
So, and plus, this is an asset which is with you. You may probably, if you look at any other things like stocks or whatever, everyone should definitely have a portfolio. And I'm not saying everyone should definitely only look at real estate as one of it. I would be very happy if people do that.
Yeah.
But all I'm just trying to say is that is one of the investments which is there. But it is an asset, physical asset, which is with you. So touch, feel is, in my opinion, very, very important. And that's why I see real estate as being the prime most investment factor people will look at.
Right. This case is the longest. In any episodes, we have spoken about the business aspect of things so much. And generally, it's about life, it's about philosophy, it's about kids, it's about love stories, so on and so forth, right? But in this case, real estate is such an interesting conversation which drives home the point that you were trying to make. Roti, kapda, makan.
Correct.
The moment you start talking about makan, there is no end to that conversation.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So, I have seen in Mumbai, at least, where whoever it is, whichever social gatherings you go to, whichever parties you go to, there are two things where the smallest kid to the eldest uncle or aunt will be interested. One is Bollywood. Second is stock market. Maybe to now, because stock market has become very interesting over the last few years.
Yeah.
And third is real estate.
Right.
मतलब किसने कौन सा फ्लैट लिया,
कितने का था?
कितने का था, क्या हुआ, ये प्रोजेक्ट का क्या हुआ.
Before we took that brief pause and restarted the cameras, we were talking about the two ends of that spectrum. One is of course, a luxury one, and the other one is affordable one.
Right.
What are you more excited about and why?
So, Mumbai as a market,
affordable housing is a problem. Do you see that as a problem?
So, the problem today is the definition of affordable housing is done as per the value. So, it says that 60 square meters, which is 600 square feet, or 90 square meters, or 45 square meters, which is 450, 500 square feet, or 45 lakhs, whichever is lower. Okay. Now, the moment when you say 45 lakhs, now 45 lakhs can be affordable probably in a tier 3 city. But it can't be affordable in a tier 1 city, like a city of Mumbai, city of Gurgaon.
But then what's the solution?
So the solution is simple. So when you say affordable, you say affordable with the size of the apartment and not with the price of the apartment.
Okay.
Like when I say affordable, I may say a 400 square feet house is affordable. Like it's a compact house versus let's say 1,000 square feet house, right? So that's what I'm trying to say, that affordable should be defined as the size of the apartment and not as a price of the apartment. And when we do this, okay, the moment we do this, trust me, more than 50% to 60%, my guess would be even higher, but at least 60% of the apartments all across India will come into the affordable segment.
Okay.
Number one. Number two, it will, the cycle of real estate, or probably that will move so quick that today, real estate directly, indirectly contributes to 270 other industries. So it is just not one real estate. मतलब आज एक building आप बनाते हो. In that building, there is bricks, there is sand, there is cement, there is steel, there is window, there is door, there is tiles, there is, I don't know, that's 270 other industries which also flourish because one real estate industry is spoiled. So you see the ripple effect which actually comes in. So my feeling is very clear that what agriculture is to the rural economy, real estate is to the urban economy. Because there is so much of job creation directly, indirectly. So and today for us, for our economy to grow, because India is a populous country, we need job creators, we need encouragement, and when we flourish give these kind of incentives to some segments, sectors like real estate, automatically you will see movements automatically. You historically see, अब इंडिया में कभी भी देख लो, there was a downfall during COVID, there was a downfall during the IL&FS crisis, there was a downfall during the 2008 crisis. The first sector which actually moved up or jumped in was the real estate sector.
So for somebody who wants to, at the lower end,
Yeah.
wants to buy a house somewhere in Mumbai, of course, one of the suburbs. So what would you say that price limit could be?
So Mumbai has a huge range, right? So when we look at the top, which the entire India today is talking about, the deal which happened in Worli, which was 2 lakh something, 2 lakh 30,000, 40,000 rupees a square feet, to as low as probably, if I look at Mumbai, it's just not Mumbai city, but it's like MMR. So there are different small towns or cities. When we call it Thane, of course is like mini Mumbai now. But when we look at Vasai, Virar, Palghar, all those that's the MMR region. Over there, so this is like 2 lakh 30,000 to 40,000 rupees a square feet. To that is about 8 to 9,000 rupees a square feet. So that's the range here, 7,000 rupees a square feet. So you can get a home from 7,000 rupees a square feet to 2 lakh 30,000. So that's the range where Mumbai operates.
Right.
So this city is quite fascinating to see this bigger range. Usually in any other cities, by Bangalore where we operate, there is about a 10,000 rupee to probably 40,000 or 50,000 rupee a square feet maximum.
But if you look at it as a product, for example, let's talk about shoes for a minute. Are there shoes available for 50 rupees, 100 rupees, 200 rupees, and all the way to 2 lakh, 2 million? I mean, it doesn't matter.
Absolutely.
Right. That said, that upcoming project for the group which you are excited about, is it Wadala? Is it the land parcel that you have there, about 100 acres, right?
Yes.
So is it that? What are you excited about?
We're very, very excited about that project. That's the 100-acre land parcel which is available with us in the city of Mumbai. Very, very rare to have these kind of land parcels being there. We've nurtured it over the time. There is the largest garden of Mumbai which is already existing. It's a 33-acre garden which we've handed over to the government. Now what we see in city of Mumbai which really lacks is the township, the township culture, right? Because obviously the land when we say township, that means you need to have a cluster of 5, 7, 8 buildings together, which will have like common entry, common exit, common facilities, big open spaces for the children to play around and all of that. So wherever now these kind of projects are there, I think they have more demand or more preference by families than probably looking at single building projects. We've done huge townships, and this is also going to be one of our very, very big townships where we just growing that in a bigger way, bringing that kind of inclusiveness in that and making this as a very, very big township project. So we hope to create great, homes along with a great inclusive culture.
Right. And what about, the possibility of that developing as a business hub? I mean, apart from BKC and Nariman Point, which are like more or less saturated now, the spaces are taken up and so on. So is that possibility also?
100%. I mean, as recently as yesterday, the MMRDA, which is one of the government nodal agency, they have announced that BKC is saturating, and now the next business hub is going to be Wadala. Because the connectivity factor is great from that suburb, and it is something where probably my feeling is that Wadala is like a suburb which has got the best connectivity all across Mumbai, from, as I told you earlier, that is Western Express Highway, Eastern Express Highway, the Atal Setu, the Eastern Freeway, monorails, metro lines, everything is passing by that suburb.
How far is that, by the way, from the new airport which is coming up?
Half an hour.
Half an hour.
So, yeah, so you just cross the Atal Setu and you're there in next 5 minutes. So yeah, that's about half.
Excellent.
Yeah.
That's excellent. Right. Now, as I was saying this earlier, and back then perhaps the camera was not rolling, and that was that on the show, generally, talking about business is not something which happens for very long. 5 minutes, 6 minutes, and then it comes back to life and everything else about it, right? But in this case, as you have mentioned and as I've said as well, it was about Makan. So we spoke about it as much as we could.
Absolutely.
And finding somebody like you, and to have you in such a candid mode, I mean, I wanted to get as many details out for the viewers as possible. And so now let's get back to, you and talk about life, etc. And the question that I have for you is, because of all the things that you do, especially triathlons, etc. What do the kids say? Do they say that, you're trying to be younger than us? Is that conversation, happening at home, or what's that conversation like?
Well, my kids are a little young as of now, but I wish and pray that they get this kind of, my genes come in, obviously they will, but they come in way sooner than what it probably came in to me. And they are seeing what I'm doing every day, and they sometimes they call me your grand uncle. You just overdoing it or whatever.
Oh, because you sleep early, you wake up
early. You wake up early.
What are the things you like to do, which may not necessarily be good for you? Unlike running, swimming, cycling.
I'm a foodie, so
I think that's something which can be said about most Gujaratis, right?
Yeah, 100%. But my thing is that, okay, I'm burning so much calories, I deserve to eat them,
Right, I want them.
यार balance sheet में plus minus equal होना चाहिए, मजा नहीं आता. So yeah, I continue doing that. I am a foodie. I love eating. I love trying out new things. Obviously, I'm a vegetarian, and I like traveling. Adventure sports is something which I really love doing.
So which ones?
I'm more into thrill jumping. So if given a choice, I'll probably be more into bungee jump and skydiving.
So what is the most good thing you do then? Apart from, making a whole lot of money. Yeah.
Well, I'll have to think about it, but a lot of...
See, food is the other.
Food is the other.
Yeah.
But I try to, irritate my children, my wife, by speaking in very, very typical Gujarati language.
Okay.
Which is like that, वो जो गाँव का Guju language hota hai.
How do you know? Because you were here in Mumbai.
Yeah, but we have our roots there, so we keep going there. We know that you'll know that how
that
they
flavor,
speak,
that
how
accent,
they speak, accent, how they speak.
Yeah.
And I try to speak in that style.
So what would you say? For example, typically what would you say? Just give me a sentence in Gujarati.
No. So it's something like when we just say, I don't know, how do I say that? We say na, chalo abhi, let's go. We have to say, come on, let's go.
Yeah.
So there are two ways. So in a polished Gujarati, you say chalo, apne jaiye, that way.
Okay.
But in a very, very typical Gujarati where we come from, halo. Instead of cha, we say ha. So, halo, let's chalo jaiye, So that halo and that all that language when you use, they get quite worked up, and that's something which I really like doing. Irritating them in the way when I speak at that home. But that's just for fun. So maybe that's
joys of being a dad, I guess, irritating your kids.
Oh, they hate me when I wake them up in the mornings, and I make sure that I irritate them to the core when I try to wake them up. I'll shout. Munna bhai mein tha, good morning.
Right.
They're like, oh no, not again. And they'll just close their ears and stuff like that. But that's something which we continue to do.
For generations, you stay with your family.
Correct.
Right. So about your house, what would that be worth?
Oh, today?
Yeah.
I don't know. But that entire building belongs to us. We have so it's a private building, and every floor has each family staying and stuff like that. So every floor, I think, should be worth about 45-50 crores today.
Right. And then that's, I guess, 5 floors?
4
floors. Right.
But this is like a family home where 4 families are staying together. So my dad and 3 brothers are staying together. Like everyone has a different floor. And I wish our generations to come continue to have that.
On that note, thank you so much.
Thank you,
Mr. Ajmera.
Thank you
For doing this and being so candid.
Thank you. It was really fun. I think this kind of setup and this kind of the entire thing was something which I've not done, and had a great time. Thank you.
Rajnigandha presents Rolling with the Boss Season 2. Luxury partner Lexus.